Most men think attraction is built through explanation. More words, more reassurance, more effort. That assumption quietly destroys desire. Attraction does not respond to persuasion, it responds to behavioral leadership. What a woman says she wants and what her nervous system responds to are often not the same thing. Not because she's deceptive, but because desire does not live in language. It lives in felt experience. Men who rely on words stay behind the curve. Men who understand behavior shape the dynamic. This is not about tricks. It is about reading reality instead of negotiating it. When attraction fades, it is rarely sudden. It erodes when a man stops leading emotionally, physically, and psychologically. What follows are 6 behaviors women respond to instinctively and will almost never ask for directly. Not because they're manipulative, but because asking would collapse the very tension that makes them work. Number 1, she wants you to take weight off of her nervous system. Not control, not force, but relief. Most women carry constant cognitive load, decisions, social calibration, self-monitoring. When she's with a man, she wants that load reduced. This happens when you move with certainty. You decide where you are going. You guide her through space without hesitation. You act without outsourcing confidence to her approval. Quiet leadership lowers her internal friction. Loud dominance raises it. When you move calmly and deliberately, her system relaxes, not into boredom, but into receptivity. She cannot ask you to do this. The moment she has to instruct you, you're no longer leading. Leadership only works when it is initiated, not requested. Number 2, she wants you to stop turning desire into a negotiation. Excessive checking kills polarity. Things such as asking if this is okay, asking if she would like to, asking if you should do something. All of these things, each question transfers authority back to her. Attraction requires direction, not constant verification. This does not mean ignoring consent. It means reading signals accurately instead of hiding behind language. When a man is present, observant, and calibrated, permission is communicated through behavior. Behaviors such as proximity, eye contact, pace, stillness, breath. When you replace awareness with interrogation, you convert intimacy into administration. She does not want to manage you, she wants to experience you. Confidence is not recklessness, it is decisive attunement. Number 3, she wants you to hold your frame when tested. Tests are not attacks, they are pressure checks. When she challenges you, subtly or directly, she's asking one question. And that question is, does this man remain himself under tension? Most men fail instantly. They explain, they apologize prematurely, they chase reassurance. In doing so, they signal instability. Now, stability is not silence, it is a grounded response. You acknowledge without collapsing. You remain present without overcorrecting. You do not abandon your position to preserve comfort. A man who dissolves under mild resistance cannot be trusted under real stress. She may not articulate this, but her attraction responds immediately. Number 4, she wants you to preserve depth, not overshare it. Transparency is not intimacy. Unfiltered emotional exposure early flattens desire. Now, attraction requires space. When everything is revealed, nothing remains to be discovered. So most men often mistake disclosure for connection. They offload insecurities to accelerate closeness. What they create instead is familiarity without change. You don't need to hide, you need to contain yourself. A man with an internal world, thoughts, pursuits, direction, creates gravitational pull. Mystery is not secrecy, it is self-possession. When you remain partially unreadable, curiosity stays alive, and curiosity fuels desire. Number 5, she wants to join your world, not replace it. When a man orbits a woman, polarity collapses. Prioritizing your mission is not neglect, it is structure. A man moving towards something larger than the relationship signals capacity, direction, and self-trust. When you cancel obligations for availability, you communicate fragility. When you maintain trajectory, you communicate value. She does not want to be your entire focus. She wants to be invited into momentum. This is why over-availability repels, and purpose attracts. Not because of status, but because of orientation. Number 6, she wants you to end while the energy is high. Lingering drains tension. Men who overstay try to extract reassurance from duration. They stretch moments past their natural peak. Attraction grows in absence, not saturation. Ending first is not withdrawal, it is precision. You leave when connection is strong. You exit while interest is active. What remains unfinished stays alive in her mind. Now, this applies everywhere. It applies in conversations, dates, texting, intimacy. The man who controls separation controls memory. Here's the final principle. Women do not want to be told what they want. They want to feel understood without instruction. Attraction cannot be negotiated. It cannot be reasoned into existence. It emerges when a man stops performing safety and starts embodying leadership. Most men avoid risk to avoid rejection. In doing so, they become inoffensive and forgettable. Desire lives in polarity, in decisiveness, in restraint paired with direction. The man who moves with calm certainty does not ask for permission to exist as himself. And that certainly felt, not announced, is what makes him impossible to ignore. What you do with this understanding determines everything that follows. Now, if this helped sharpen your understanding, support the channel, like the video, subscribe for disciplined breakdowns on self-mastery and attraction, and leave a comment if you want the conversation to continue. Alpha male psychology is about control, clarity, and leadership. If that's your standard, you are in the right place.